Good morning, everyone. So in the last class, we are trying to discuss with our lambda expressions here. And before discussing the lambda expression, we discussed the generic concepts here. Okay. So we completed the generic concepts as well as the lambda expressions. So today we are going to discuss one of the important concepts called string handling here. So once this particular string handling is completed, we'll move on to the collection. So basically, in the collection framework also, we used to work on the some string related example. So that's the reason. Now what I did here, first we'll discuss the string handling. So after completion of this particular string handling, we'll try to move on to the our collection framework here. Okay. So to understand this particular string handling, first what we need. So basically, so we are trying to understanding the string example from the beginning of our core Java concepts here. Getting the point. But as of now, we did not discuss about the what exactly the string it contains here. Getting the point. How we are trying to work on the primitive data type like int to long. The same way we are trying to declaring the string, and so we are trying to work on the appropriate examples here. Getting the time. But now we need to understand the so what exactly the string contains here. Right. So basically, string is the sequence of characters, or we can call it as the group of characters. So the characters are converted into the our string object here. Getting the point. So whenever we are trying to create a string object here, so internally we can understand here. So it's contain the group of characters here. So all the group of characters are converting as a string object here. Right. So how we are creating the particular string object here? So we identified in the previous example here using the new keyword, or we are having another object called literal. String literal we are going to call. So with help of this particular string literal, we used to create the object of this particular string object here. Getting the point. So this is very important here. Right. So in our Java language here, string as a strings are objects here, not our primitive data type. How we identified the int long char boolean, so the primitive data type here, but string is not a primitive data type. String is a object here. Getting the point. So how we identified the wrapper classes here. So what are the wrapper classes we identified here? So integer, getting the point. Long, so double boolean. How we identified the wrapper classes? So same way, string also one of the object class here. Getting the point. Now let me create a one text file here. Here we'll try to focus on the our string objects. No, actually, no, I'm on basically here. So can you please let me know, are you able to hear my voice? Yes. I think Shivendar, something you're having some issue. Could you please reconnect? Okay. So back to here. Basically, we identified here string is a object here. Object, right? So if we want to access the string information, what we need here? So we need to create a string object like string s is equals to new string here. Getting the point, new string. So this is the way we need to create this particular string
Sir, you
object here.
are on mute.
Sorry?
Hello.
Yes, tell me.
Sir, you are on mute.
No, actually, I unmute, I removed my mute here. Maybe you're seeing, I think, the mute screen, but I unmuted here. Some other people they are able to hear my voice. So you are
Yes,
having
we are able
only,
to hear your voice. Hello?
yes, tell me.
We are able to hear your voice.
Okay, thank you. So like we are having the issue, could you please reconnect the session? Okay, so back to here. So what we need to understand here, so Java implement, so string as a object here. The type here, what we are providing a string here. So in the string, S should be capital S here. Okay, so because it is our one of the class here, because it is a one of the class, how we can understand here? So by providing Control Shift T, so T is nothing but open tab. So it will give you the inside the jar whatever the classes we are having, those classes information here. So this is string. It is available in the package. Which package it is available? So it is available in the java.lang package. So here we need to focus very carefully. Java.lang, and this is the main package here, or we can call it as this is the core package here, right? So whatever the core package, the classes are interfaces, any other information we are having, so without importing, getting the point, without importing, so we can work on the appropriate example here. But other packages, like if I'm going to discuss the java.util, getting the point. So previously we discussed with the java.reflect package here. So those classes we need to import here because the compiler cannot understand. So where this particular the classes are available other than the java.lang package here. So this is also very important here, right? So back to here, this particular string is available in the package called java.lang package. Getting the point. So that we can easily understand this is our class. So this particular class we can create an object. It is not a primitive type. So how we can understand here? So now we can see primitive type. You cannot get it the primitive type information here. Integer is a wrapper class. Integer is a wrapper class. Int is a primitive type. Okay. So don't confuse here what is a primitive type and what is a object here. Okay. So back to here. Basically, this particular string class is a built-in implementation class. So built-in implementation class is nothing but, so this class is provided by our Sun Microsystem people. We don't want to explicitly implement this class, right? So once this particular class is implemented, so they are going to provide some of the important concepts here. So we need to understand how the each concept is going to work internally. Right. Now, so what are the concepts are provided by our Sun Microsystem? So now we need to focus on the internal, the constructor information like methods information. So what exactly the purpose of each method here? Now we need to understand here. Getting the point. And here, so Java has a method to compare this particular two strings and search for the substring here. So as well as, so if we want to convert some of the objects here, we can go for the convert to like concatenation of two strings here. So these are the behavior of methods which is available by default here. Getting the point. So comparing the two strings, search for our substring here, and concatenating our two strings. So it's nothing but, so like adding the two objects as one object here. So this section of code we are going to call it as a concatenation here. Okay, and we'll try to focus on how this particular the methods are working internally. And here the string will have a number of constructors. The string is going to have number of constructors to work on while creating an object of this particular string here. Okay, so we'll try to understand in the how many ways we can create this particular string objects here. And here, whenever we are trying to create this particular string object here, so cannot be changed here. So once the string object is created, we cannot be changed here. So this is very important here. Getting the point. So basically, previous section we discussed here something called integer or characters. So integer in is equals to new integer. Getting the point. And here now what I'm doing here in dot. So for example, I'm having set value method. Here, now what I'm doing here, previously I did not provide any value for this particular integer. Now changing this particular set value. So if I'm going to access with our sysout here, if I'm going to access sysout with a reference called in, we are going to get an a 10 value. But same thing, if I'm going to create a string object here, if I'm going to get a string object, if I change the value, so we cannot get it in the previous references here. Because the whatever the references we created for this particular string object here, so it's not changed here, cannot be changed because of the immutability. Right, string is a fixed and immutable object here, getting the point. So to get the updated information, now what we can do, we can recreate a like one more object here. So without modifying the existing object here, now what we are doing here, we are creating a one more object here. So what are the changes we are trying to make? Getting the point. What are the changes we are trying to make on the existing object here? So those information we are going to get in our new object information here. So so this is the way we can achieve the string object updated information here. If you are trying to access the existing references, so we are not going to get the object information, updated object information here. Okay. So we'll see. So how exactly the immutable is going to work in our string concepts here. Okay, so just we need to understand the string is a immutable object here. So once object is created, we cannot be changed here, right? And so this is very serious restriction we need to understand here regarding our string here. So as well as, so basically string is a final class here. Getting the point. So string is a final class, so we cannot extend to any other classes here. We cannot extend it to the other classes here. This is very important here. Now if we want to understand here, let me provide the string class information here. Observe, string is a final class. String is our final class. So this is we already identified the final behavior in terms of the classes and methods as well as variables here. Getting the point. So we don't want to discuss one more time here. Just the same behavior is applicable to our string classes as well. Getting the point. Now, so using this particular string class, we can still perform all type of string operations here. Even though this particular string is a immutable, but now what we can do, so we are having an option to perform all the type of operations which are available inside this particular string class after creating this particular string object here. Right. And now, so as I explained here, so whenever we created this particular string object here, each time you need to alter the version of our existing string. So basically, if we want to update, like if we want to get the updated information, now what we can do? So we need to change the version of the string object here. So this is very important here. So based on the version information, we can get the updated information here. Updated information of this particular string class here. So if it is a zero version, so we can identify it is the initial version. So we are unable to get the updated information. So once we move to the 1.0 or 2.0, so we can understand we can get the updated information of the existing string class here. So this is the way we can easily understand the modification information based on the version information here. Right. Now, here what we need to understand here, so once this particular object is created, so that contains the modification information here, and the original string is left unchanged here. Getting the point. If we want to understand the modification information, now what we can do, so we need to create a new string here so that we can understand the modification information on our existing object here, and the existing object, getting the point, or we can call it as a original string, so cannot be changed here. Getting the point, it cannot be changed. So if we want to work with once object is created, so whatever we are trying to modify the data, so we need to work on the existing object here. We don't want to create a new object to find out the the modify the data, now what we can do? So we are having two options here. So what are the two options we are having? One is a string buffer and a string builder. So using this particular string buffer and a string builder, we can modify the data based on the existing object references here. Getting the point? So string buffer and string builder, so those are not a immutable data types here. So those are the mutable data types here. Getting the point? Only the string is a immutable here. So this is the basic information we need to understand the string classes here. Getting the point? So only the one of the important concept here, string is a fixed and immutable here. So once object is created, we are not going to create the so we cannot get the modified data here. Okay, so back to here, what are the constructors we are having? So observe here, I'm opening string class here. So this particular class is provided by Sun Microsystem here. So from here, we'll try to understand what are the constructors we are having. So to find out the constructors, now what we can do? So click on Control O. So it will give you this particular pop-up, and inside this, now you can type the string here. You can type the string here. So these many constructors we are having here. Cutting the point. So these many constructors we are having. So now you can understand here. So overloading concepts here. Now we need to understand the overloading concept here, because the constructor name is the same. Only the parameters are changing, and as well as the order of the parameters also change here. The order of the parameters also change here. Getting the point? So this is very important. We need to understand here. So if you are familiar with our overloading concepts here, now you can easily understand these many constructors information here. Okay. Now, so that's the reason I explained in the previous classes here. The basic core concepts are very important here. So to understand the entire Java language here. Okay. So now we'll see the default constructor. So if I'm trying to click on this particular default constructor, so what is providing here? So this is the default value, and this is the default coder information here. So they are providing here empty here. So in between there is no information here. So they are providing empty. Getting the point? So we'll understand this. So what exactly? So this particular double quotes will contain here. Getting the point? So we'll try to understand regarding this particular double quote in a few minutes here. So but now what you are understanding here? So based on this particular empty object, so they are trying to finding the value as well as code. So now you can see what is the value type here. It is a byte type here. String dot value. So where this particular value defined, now you can see. So here the value defined here, final byte array value. Now what you are understanding here, name of this particular byte array, they provided as a value. They provided as a value here. Okay. And one more, so coder here. This particular coder, now you can understand here, they are trying to work as a byte data type here. They are trying to work as a byte data type here. Now what you are understanding here, so whatever the characters we are having, so in the string, while creating this particular string object here, so the values, the characters are going to converted into our byte format here. Getting the point? Because of this particular ASCII, the values are converting into our byte format. So once it is converted, so they will try to store the value inside this particular coder as well as value. Right. So now we will see how this particular values are storing. But now we need to understand when we are trying to create the default constructor, so the default the string class is not doing anything here. Right. Now we'll try to work on another constructor here. Another constructor. Now you can see, so this is the another constructor called string, so which is expecting parameters also the same class information. Now if you understand here, so this is the string class we are discussing, and the constructor also same. Getting the point? So the string class we are discussing, this is the name of the constructor, so which is expecting one parameter, the data type also the same class information here. Now it is a string. So based on this, it is a original class, So they are trying to find out the original value and original coder and hash code here. Getting the point? So based on this particular original string, so whatever the hash code we are going to get, so it will return into the like instance variables here. These three are we can understand the instance variables here. Getting the point? So whenever we are trying to create our custom class, so we created same like here, the instance variables here. In the previous examples also, we identified these are the instance variable. Like so high temperature, we define the htemp. Htemp is also instance variable. So how this particular string is defined? Value, coder, hash code. Okay. So this is the purpose of this particular string constructor. Okay. One more, we need to understand the character. Now you can see this is the another constructor we are having. So which is trying to take as a character array as a parameter. Character array. Now you can see the data type we are having char and the value we are expecting as a character array here. So once we providing this particular character array, now we are getting string object here. Now what happening internally? So the characters are going to converted into the our string here. Getting the point? The characters are converting into the our string object here. Now you can see this keyword. So what is the purpose of this particular this keyword? Any idea? Because we already identified more example on this keyword here. So anyone having an idea? So what is the purpose of this particular this keyword here? So why they are implemented this keyword in our line number 267?
This is it is a reference to the object. Hello.
Yeah. Okay.
Like it is giving us reference to the value. This of value.
No, actually, this of values is nothing but we need to define like this. So this dot
This
some
of
value.
value equal to value.
Okay. So this dot value equal to value. So it will try to work on the variable information. But here we are not working like this, right? Here they provided only this here. So after this, they've opened the one brace. They are providing the some values information. So they closed here. So what is indicating here? So the line number 267. So what you are providing the this dot value equal to value. So we are trying to differentiate the local variable to the instance variable here. But here this keyword purpose is different. The line number 267 purpose is different. So what you are providing the purpose is different. So any idea? Okay. So for example, now if I'm trying to copy this, if I'm going to paste it here, so this section of code I'm commenting and here I'm trying to write super. Any idea about this particular super? I want to copy the same information. So just I want to understand so what is the purpose of this particular super? So what it will do internally? So if I will call this particular super inside this particular string constructor, now what happens internally?
Like when we override the main class method. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
When we want to override the main class method, we main class A, class B is the subclass B, So we want to copy from main class to subclass, override. At that time, we will use super. In the same way, I am thinking like this.
Yes, that is correct. So like if you want to call the superclass method, we are going to call the super dot the name of the method. So I understand here you're trying to explain here something we are having a class
Class
A.
A.
So inside we are having some test method.
Mm.
Right. So this is our just our println method I'm defining here. So and here we are trying to work for the one more class here. Class B, which is extended to the class A. And inside this particular class A, so inside this particular class B, so again I'm trying to override the same test method, and if I want to call the superclass method, so we can call super.test. So this is the purpose of the super keyword we'll use, but this is we are inside the test method, but now we are inside the constructor. Getting the point? So here, this particular super keyword, it is used to call the superclass constructor with these many parameters. Getting the point? So comma is going to differentiate the parameter values here. Comma is going to differentiate the parameter values. So now we can understand. So one parameter, second, and a third parameter, and a fourth. So total, we are having 4 parameterized constructor. Getting the point? We are trying to call the 4 parameterized constructor in a superclass. Right. So if you want to understand the superclass, what is our superclass here? So here the class is implemented string. So this particular class is not extending to any other class. By default, the string will extend from the our object class. In the object class, we need to understand the whether we are having 4 parameters constructor. Getting the point? Whether we are having 4 parameters constructor or not, we need to check. So when we are trying to call this particular super keyword. Okay, now I'm commenting super keyword purpose we identified. But here the super is not used here. So they use this keyword here. So they use this keyword here. So basically the difference here, so this keyword here, it is used to call the current class constructor with 4 parameters. Getting the point? So we are trying to call the current class constructor only, but with this particular 4 values here. Now, what you understand here? With the help of this particular super, we are trying to call the super class constructor. With the help of this particular keyword, we are trying to call the current class constructor. Getting the point? But here, the location is important here. This particular super and this keyword we are using inside the constructor. The same thing, if I'm going to use here this dot test method. Getting the point? So this is dot test method. Now what you are understanding here? So inside this particular test method, if I'm going to call this dot test here, we are calling current class test method. So current class, what is our current class? B. In the B class, again we are calling the test method. Same way, so this current class constructor. So what is the current class? String. Now what you need to understand here, in the string class, we need to understand whether we are having 4 parameters constructed or not. Whether we are having 4 parameters constructed or not. Now you need to think about this particular string here. So now understand here. I am trying to click on F3. So F3, it will go to the appropriate constructor. Now you can see this is the constructor. Getting the point? Now you can understand. This is the 1 parameter, second parameter, third parameter, and fourth parameter. So we are having 4 parameters constructor or not. So to understand whether it is a constructor or not, now what we can do, we need to understand the constructor name should be the name of the class name. So here we are having the string class, the constructor also having the same name. But here one more question here. So here they are not providing any access modifiers here. So something like public, private, they are not providing any information. So if they are not providing here, what is the restriction about this particular constructor? Any idea? So can we access this particular class outside of this particular package? So if we understand here the difference between this constructor. Now you can see this particular constructor, this also constructor, string name of the class name we are having. So which is expecting one parameter. Now you can see, so if I'm going to move to the current constructor, so this particular, the public keyword is not there. So why they are not provided public keyword here? So if they are not provided the public keyword, so now, so where we can access, like what is the restriction to access this particular constructor? Because we already discussed this particular access modifiers, so interface packages sections here. No idea? Okay. So basically, if you are not providing any the particular access modifiers here, like a private, public, or protected, so we can understand this particular constructor is a
By default,
Yes,
it will take. Hello.
Yeah, tell me.
By default, it will take public, right?
No, it
By
cannot take.
Okay.
So by default, we are having default keyword here, but we are not defining most of the time here. So basically, if I'm not using any the access modifier here, we can think about it. It is a default access modifier. Cutting the point. If I'm not explicitly defining any access modifier, so this will comes under the default access modifier. The default access modifiers will applicable within the package. Within the package. Now you can see this particular string class is defined. This particular string class is defined java.lang package. Now what I'm trying to write here, so if you understand here, the name of the class string list, and I'm trying to create an object here. String s is equals to new string. Here we need to pass these many parameters. So first, which is expecting character values. Now what we can do, so to pass this particular character values here, I want to create a character array. So this particular character array is enough. And second one, int of and int len and void message. Getting the point. Now what I need to do here, this particular remaining values I can provide as a zeros here. Now you can see value I'm providing int of, so the by default 0 for the int data type, and second also I'm providing 0, and the last parameter I'm trying to give as a null. So because it is a void here, now you can understand here. First I want to know this particular syntax is correct or not to create a constructor of this particular class. So what I highlighted here, the syntax is wrong or right? So how we can create the constructor? So basically, it is a correct. To create an object of any class here, we are going to call the constructor. So without the constructor, we cannot create an object here. Getting the point. Now you can see, so with the new keyword and the constructor, we are going to create an object. Now what you are understanding here, see, so why this is an error we are getting here? The constructor string character array into void. So it is not visible here. Getting the point. So this particular constructor is available, but here now you can see it is not visible here. So why it is not visible here? Why it is not visible here? So because of this particular constructor does not have any the access modifier here, because so it is applicable to the default access modifier. The default access modifier will applicable within the same package here. So now you can see this particular string class is defined which package here. Now you can understand the java.lang. But now we are in the which package here? Java.com.string here. Getting the point. So the package is different here. The package is different here. Now we cannot create a we cannot call this particular constructor. Getting the point. So this is very important here. Now we are having some restrictions here. So we cannot call the constructor here. But now what we can understand here, so what exactly the purpose is doing internally. So what exactly it is doing internally. Now you can see, so they are checking the length 0. If the length is 0, so it's nothing but it is a like the particular given the string it is not available here. It is a empty string. Getting the point. We can understand here it is a empty string here. So now we need to think about so they are trying to check on the values here. Right. If it is not a length 0, getting the point. The object, if we provide the object here, so definitely we are going to get the length not equal to 0. So maybe this condition is going to satisfy. Right. If the condition is satisfying here, now you can see. So with the help of this particular method, now what we are doing here, we are trying to converting the string into byte array. Getting the point. So now this section of code important here. This particular string UTF-16, what is doing here? It is converting whatever the string object we are passing, the string object it's converting into the byte here. So sorry. So byte array. Right, it is converting byte array. If the byte array value is not equal to null, now you can understand they are trying to focus on the values. Getting the point. So this dot value we identified here. They are initializing the value. Same way they are trying to return the coder here. So here they are trying to providing the coder here. Now you can see 0. The coder value we are getting 0. So this is the way the values are initializing here, value and coder. Right, now we understand the purpose of this particular default constructor. And so where we are coming here? We are coming from this particular constructor. So string construct, it is a public constructor. Now you can see, so which is expecting one value here. If I'm trying to remove here, we are not getting any error. We are not getting any error here. So this is the character array I'm providing here. We are trying to discuss the same character array. We are trying to discuss the same character array here. Getting the point. So because of this particular public, we are trying to access from the different package here. Because of this particular the constructor we are having the public access modifier, we are able to access from the different packages here. So any questions regarding this particular constructor information? regarding this particular constructor information?
Sir, if we having a empty constructor, then also we can initialize with values.
So what values you are trying to initialize?
Like I am here we are using public string char value, right? I am giving
Yes.
here as empty string, like empty, like constructor, empty constructor. I am not
Okay.
giving any argument. Then
Okay.
in this method, can we able to initialize like this value 0, value dot length null?
So no, basically here what we can do, we can call this particular constructor. So if I'm going to call
Okay.
here based on this particular object, because it is a empty, now you can see, so empty dot value they are calling here. So definitely we
Yeah.
are going to get these are the empty values because these data type having bytes. So if we want to initialize explicitly, first we need to think about this particular value, whether we can access or not. Now you can see it is a private here. This variable directly we cannot access.
Okay.
Same way, we are having code also private. So only we are having an option here. We can call this particular constructor. So otherwise we don't have an option here because they made the properties as a private here. Or we cannot change this particular class. Just we can see what is the information is implemented inside this particular classes, but we cannot change the existing code here. So we don't have an option to change the code here. Okay.
Okay.
So any other questions? Okay. So we'll try to check with one more constructor. Now you can see, so this is the way we need to think about the constructors here. And we identified this particular constructor, the purpose here. Now what we are doing here? So basically here we are trying to pass the character information. Getting the point. So now here I want to give B and here I want to give C. So C, basically now what I want to provide here I want to put a breakpoint here. Getting the point. Here I want to put a breakpoint here, so that we can understand how these particular values are changing here. And after this, I want to print this particular S here. S I'm trying to print. Okay, let me run this particular application in the debug, so that we can understand how the particular constructor is calling. So understand here, we are calling here. So which is calling from the different here. Let me change here while class loader. Okay. So now I want to put a breakpoint here. Now you can see the cursor is stopped here. Line number 8. Carrying the point. Value now you can see ABC. Carrying the point. The values we are getting ABC. Now what I want to do here, I want to move inside this particular constructor. So now you can see, so this is the string class. Now we are inside the string class. Whatever the constructor we are discussing here, the constructor is called here. Okay. Now observe, value it is calling. So to understand the value, you can see here, so ABC. The right side section is giving the information. So what is the values we are having? Getting the point. Now what I'm doing here, I'm trying to call this keyboard. Getting the point. I'm moving inside this particular this keyboard. Observe here. So this is the same constructor we are discussing or not? So what is the values here? The values we are having here, now you can see here the same three, A, B, C. Getting the point. Now the off we are having 0, the length we are getting 3, the SIZ we are getting null. The SIZ we are getting null. So based on these particular values, so now you can see length 0. The length it is not a 0 because the length we are having 3 here. The length we are having 3. So this particular condition will return false. This particular condition is returning false. So after this, now what we can do? So we need to check for the next condition. So what is providing here? Compact strings. So it's returning true. Getting the point? It is returning true. So once this particular condition is returning true, so we are trying to move inside this particular code. Getting the point? This is the simple if condition because we already identified on the previous examples here. Okay, now I'm trying to move next line. Now you can see, so based on this particular method called compress method, what are the values we are getting? What happened? The package conflict with the package accessible. Okay. Maybe we cannot get it. Okay. Let's see. If I'm going to click on the next line here, observe the values. You can see the right side section values. Now what you are understanding here? 65, 66, 67. Getting the point? 65, 66 and 67. So these are the Unicode values here. Now you can see here we are having the values here ABC. Getting the point? So don't confuse here. This particular values we given from the our constructor, and this particular values is coming from the after compressing the values which are we given from the our custom class. Compress is nothing but we are trying to converting the particular characters into the byte format. So how we are converting here? With the help of this particular Unicode here. Now if you want to understand here, so let's see here I can provide. So Unicode value A. Cap. So we need to see what is the value we are having here regarding this particular. Sorry. Maybe I'm trying to find out. What are the values here? Something Latin. Okay, maybe it is not giving this website here. Let me. It will give or not. Now you can see, so inside this particular screen, so if you understand here, the capital A, we are having here 65. Let me try to increase the size so that you will understand here. Observe carefully here, the capital A, the value we are having 65 here. So the 65 is providing very small size here, right? So 66B, 67C. So these are the Unicode values here. Getting the point. Now the same values we are getting here. So 65, 66 and 67. Getting the point. Now what you are understanding here? So whatever the characters we are providing here, so internally it is converting into the byte here. So this is the byte array we are getting. Once we get the byte array here, now we can understand the, so the values here, the values is initialized with this particular values. The values are initialized with this particular values. And after this, the Latin we are getting here, the coder value 0. The coder value we are getting 0. Right. Now we are trying to return from the particular constructor. So once we return this particular constructor, now what you are understanding here? So we need to think about the toString method. So this is trying to return the current class object. So just it is returning this. Now you can see, so what is we are having this here? So it is a ABC. ABC here. Right. Now what you are understanding here? So whatever the character value we are providing here. Right. Whatever the character value, now you can see inside this particular char value, we are having ABC. These are the character values. But if you see here this, the above this it's providing ABC. So now see the difference between this value and this value. Getting the point? So this value we are having A comma B comma C, but here there is no commas. So everything is compressed with our one object. Now what you are understanding here? So whenever we are trying to providing, getting the point? Whenever we are trying to providing the character value, so it is converting into the our string object here. String object. The string object is going to have the information like this. The string object is going to have the information like this here. So they cannot have the comma characters here. So because of this I explain here. So the character, group of character, it's going to convert it into the object here. So for example, so this is the one more thing. This is the one more thing. Basically, these are the characters here. This is the S character, comma, so T character, R, I, N, and finally J. Getting the point? Basically, these are the characters here. Now what we are doing is, so whenever we are trying to pass to any constructor, now what happens internally? The values are converted into the string object. So this is the simple example on the ABC. Getting the point? So this is the basic example on the string. So how we can call the character value constructor. Character value constructor here. The second one, now if you observe, string S1 is equals to new string. Here I'm not passing anything. Here I'm not passing anything here. If I'm going to call the second constructor, here I can define, so empty string. Empty string. Basically, if anything is available after this particular empty string, so it has to print here. Getting the point? Let's see if I'm going to run this particular, any value we are getting here? Nothing. After empty string we are not getting here. So why we are not getting it? Because we are not passing anything here. So whenever we are not passing this to the constructor here, so internally empty string object is going to create. Getting the point? So empty string object is going to create here, right? So this does not contain any information here. So the second constructor we identified, so which is expecting character value. Now, so we'll try to check with another constructors here. So now you can see here we are having, so char int comma int. So here we can specify the 3 parameters. Here we can specify the char int comma int. Getting the point? So this is very important here. So these are the 3 parameters constructor. Now what is doing internally? Now you can see, so internally we are calling one more constructor here with these many values. With these many values, we are trying to call. Right. So this is all about the calling the constructor internally. Now find out the information. Now what we can do? We can go for this particular method. It will give you the information regarding this particular constructor. Getting the point. So this is the basic information about the constructors calling internally, right? Only we need to focus on the what are the public constructors we are having. What are the public constructors? Because the default constructors we cannot understand here. Like we cannot call from the outside of this particular package here. Getting the point. So this is very important. We need to understand here. Right. Now, so this is the internal calling this constructor, but this constructor we are going to call from the outside here. This constructor we are going to call from the outside, right? So any questions regarding this particular constructor? Okay. So if we don't have anything here, so like we'll continue tomorrow because I'm having some emergency work. I need to leave. Okay. So tomorrow and day after tomorrow we'll have a classes. We'll try to continue. So this particular string classes, same way we'll try to focus on our collection frameworks here. Okay. So if we don't have anything here, I'm going to stop the class up to here. We'll continue tomorrow the remaining constructors. So along with the constructor, we'll try to continue so what are the methods we are having inside this particular inside this particular string class.
Okay.
Okay. So if we don't have anything, I'm going to conclude the meeting.
Okay, sir, we will go through this, and whatever, if there is any doubt, we will contact you. I mean,
Okay.
in next class.
Yeah, thank you.